chicken sandwich. Baby, you're my Cincinnati. You're everything I need to get up and make myself dance. You're my morning glory, I love you every morning. You're my leather jacket, you always got my back, yeah. You're my broken headphones, you know I'll always smash it because you're everything to me. Girl, you're my roller coaster. Girl, you're my chicken sandwich. Baby, you're my Cincinnati. You're everything I need to get up and dance. You're my catty vixen, always got the fixins. You're my feather boa, I love you even more. You're my bull machine, clung too hard to fling because you're everything to me. Girl, you're my roller coaster. Girl, you're my chicken sandwich. Baby, you're my Cincinnati. You're everything I need to get up and dance. Everything new I learned through you. Everything I see reminds me of girl, you're my roller coaster. Girl, you're my chicken sandwich. Baby, you're my Cincinnati. You're everything I need to get up and dance. Girl, you're my roller coaster. You're my chicken sandwich, my pirates. You're my Cincinnati. You're everything I need. Let's leave behind all these doubting voices. Let's go somewhere we can make loud animal noise. Let's go make animal noises. I picked you over all of the choices. Let's leave all these doubting voices. Let me take you somewhere where we can make animal noises. Let's go make animal noises. I picked you over all of the choices. Let's leave all these doubting voices. Let me take you somewhere where we can make animal noises. Let's go make animal noises. I picked you over all of the choices. Let's leave all these doubting voices. Take you somewhere where we can make animal noises.
All right, people, what the hell is going on? It's already Friday again. Let's fucking go. How's everybody doing out there? It's Friday. You got your alcohol with you. You got your beer. You got your Sapporo. You got your Ichiban. Maybe it's a Youngling or Jungling. It better not be a Busch Light. Well, Busch Light. Zaid, are you a Busch Light man? Don't tell me you are, bro. Don't say you're a
It's
Busch
called Yingling.
A little Yingling action. Let's fucking
Younglings.
go. No, yeah, watch out for that one. Don't do that one. Or, Pabst Blue Ribbon. Are you a Pabst Blue Ribbon man, Zaid? Have you ever tried that stuff? What do you think about that?
My buddy I tattooed with like Pabst Blue Ribbon, but he was from Boston, so he I guess some sort of correlation.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess he had beans on the brain. I don't know.
Yeah,
Everybody who
yeah,
I know that likes Pabst Blue Ribbon grew up with it when they were in high school. They just stuck with it, kind of like a nostalgia kind of thing. I don't know anybody in their right mind who would drink Pabst Blue Ribbon. Come on, people.
Got Natty Ice.
Yeah, Natty Ice. That shit ain't gonna get you. What is that? What's another one? Rolling Rock or whatever.
Yeah.
That shit ain't gonna get you drunk, bro. Come on.
I have no clue what we're talking about here. Are these beers or what?
We're talking about American
Bitch beers.
piss beer. Piss beer. It's piss is the kind of beer that you would drink when in your high school. You think, oh my gosh, I think this has a little bit of alcohol in it. But bro, you got more alcohol and fucking taking some sort of medicine or what was it? What's that when you take at
Mouthwash?
night? No, when you take at night that
NyQuil.
NyQuil. Yeah, you'll get fucking more drunk off NyQuil than you'll get off that fucking Natty Light or fucking Rolling Rock or Bush or whatever. Anyway, how's everybody doing? What you all drinking out there? Let me know in the chat. I was gonna have a couple shots of tequila here in a little bit. We got our main man all the way from South London himself, James. What are you drinking today, James? Happy Friday, by the way, motherfucker. Happy Friday.
I'm drinking a lager top, aka a lager shandy, where you put half lemonade, half beer. It's a lovely, refreshing drink in the summer. I've had the weather. Ask me how the weather's been.
How's the weather doing out there, James?
It's been a beautiful, balmy day. I went for a lovely run today, cross-country run. I feel great. I put that fucking I put a bit of Miami Vice on it. Have you ever heard of the instrumental one, The Talk?
Yes.
I found like an hour version of The Talk, bit of Jan Hammer, and I just absolutely hit it. And I went up to the spot where I used to go with my dog Simba before he died. I had a little manly cry, and I told him, I said, look, I haven't been able to replace you, mate. I think I'm gonna have to start getting into cats. I just can't replace you, bro. It's like you were like the one and only. You were the love of my life, and like, because the Heathfield show's on, I even come across this. Like, I'll do a review later. Look at this thing. I found it. It's like chocolate cake pops. Look how sweet this looks.
Boy, I don't know. That looks like some kind of drug paraphernalia. But bro, you and your suckers, you'll make anything a sucker, won't you? But hey, you know, there's nothing wrong with getting in a nice piece of pussy, bro.
Ladies, this is not true. I do not do this.
It looks like a
He's
crack
talking
pipe,
about
bro.
Chupa Chups and lollipops.
Yeah,
I don't do that anymore. When was the last time I had a lollipop on stream?
It's been a minute.
It's like,
You know, it's been a minute. I love you, baby.
I've retired from the lollipop game. You know what I'm saying? I'm into the choc pops, the pudding pops now.
Sounds good to me, bro. It looks like a little bit of fentanyl in that aluminum foil. But we'll leave it alone. We'll leave it alone. Zaid, all the way down there from South Florida. You know, it's hot, it's sticky, it's muggy. How goes it, Zaid? How's the weather out where you're at, bro? Are you drinking anything today?
No, it's beautiful today. We've had a couple sprinkles, but that's been about it. It's sunny. It's nice. Yeah, no, it's hot, but it's nice. You know?
Yeah, it's hot. It's nice. You ain't got anything on tap. You ain't drinking any kind of Japanese beverage by chance or anything like that. No tequila.
Not tonight.
That's right. Well, all right. Well, we'll keep it in our pants, people. We'll try to keep it in our pants, bro. Have you guys? Did you guys ever go out? You know, at the club or whatever. You always had that one guy in your group. He got too drunk, and all of a sudden he whips his dick out on the dance floor. Has that ever happened to you, Zaid?
No.
You never had a bro like that? How about you, James? Have you ever had a friend like that? You know, you're the kind of guy who's like, he gets too wild.
I had a friend like that. It just, I wasn't there.
Oh, okay. You weren't there. What about you, James? You ever had a buddy like that? And he just like, he gets into it too. He's all excited to party. And before you know it, he's flashing the old worm out on the dance floor.
Yeah, it's me. You're talking about me. I can't wait to get pissed and whip it out, mate. I tell you, I'm always whipping it out. I'm whipping out here, whipping out there, whipping out everywhere.
Yeah.
Once I'm drunk, mate, I'm Mr. Party guy, mate. I'm like,
no doubt.
I'm party 24/7. I remember the time, right? This is a true story, right? I was like,
well, don't tell any whoppers, James. Come on now.
No. This is a true. I always start preface it. It's a true story.
Okay, it makes me think.
I had like a 2-week binge in Newquay, like surfer's paradise in this country.
Right.
And like I was getting drunk all day, every day, right?
Yeah.
And then on the last day I couldn't drink because I had to drive back home, right?
Yeah.
But I was still buzzing, right? I went out clubbing. I got back on the Friday. I was clubbing right straight away. I come back, dumped my clothes, got some other clothes, was straight back out in the clubs, partying 48 hours at the weekend.
Okay.
When I was on it, I just couldn't be without it. You know what I mean? You know when you had FOMO? Fear of missing out.
Not for
I was always fear of missing out.
FOMO.
Yeah,
I got you.
I've always, you know what I mean. Great girl, wonderful stream. You know what I'm saying? Fucking the best. But yeah, I was always back then when I was younger. The fear of missing out was terrible. I was like, God, am I gonna miss out on the birds? Am I gonna miss out on the party? Am I gonna miss out on my friends doing something stupid?
Yeah.
So I was like, mate, I cannot miss it. Get on it. But I couldn't remember half of it because I was always drunk. I woke up in the morning and go, what the fuck happened?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like,
No, facts, bro. As long as you know, you got to be careful where you whip it out. You don't want to be in any of those gay bars and whip it out. You'll be in trouble then, bro. That'll be like,
in Brighton is full of them.
You'll be drinking for free, but you might wake up a little uncomfortable when you sit down in the morning. You got to watch out for that. Let me jump into the chat and say what's up to everybody in the chat. Who we got in the chat? We got all kinds of people in the chat. Let's fucking go. We got Seashell SoCal, of course. Shout out to Pat in the chat.
Sure.
We got Mr. Cheeky out there. He says, hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing? He's got margaritas. Margaritas, baby. That's what I'm talking about. King Yeti says, howdy, heathen. Shout out to you. We got Pat.
Good.
She's drinking Modelo. Is that a Modelo Negra or a Modelo Especial? Let me know. Great cloudy day. He says, great looking hat, James. What am I, chop liver? Is that a James euphemism right there? Great cloudy.
It's the gypsy flat cap. I got the I tell you, summer now, you're just going to see me look like a tramp, mate. I'm just going full on Jippo.
Yeah.
You know
I unlocked James on Mario Golf last night.
Oh, did you? Yeah, James looked like he could be a golfer. James, do you ever play golf? Are you a golf, James?
Yeah, I've got a pretty good swing in the bedroom.
In the bedroom? Okay.
Nice.
What about you, Zayd? Are you much of a golfer?
No, the last 2 times I've actually hit a golf ball with a serious club in a serious way. I slice it. It hooks every time.
Yeah, slice
First
it.
time I broke a window. The second time it got lost in water.
Yeah.
I like putt-putt.
Putt-putt's good. Putt-putt's
Oh, pitch
fun.
and putt is amazing.
Yeah, I love a little putt-putt, especially with the ladies. That's a lot of fun. Strip putt-putt's also fun. I don't know if you guys ever played that one. I used to be a bit of a golfer back in the day, but gave it up to keep surfing and painting, bro. But I do love a good golf course. A golf course at night is a beautiful sight. If you ever want to take a date out on a golf course when there's nobody out there, that's a lot of fun. Who else we got in the? We got Muck Fruit Recipes. Shout out to you, bro. Hope you're having a good time in Indiana out there getting your deliveries on. We got Jeremy Burt's art going on. Shout out to you, Burt. Jeremy Burt's getting it done. Shout out to you, bro, and a couple other people out there. Let me just scroll through and make sure I didn't miss anybody. But no, hope you guys having your good drink on. Hope you're having a crazy day. It's a nice Friday. Summer's here. Can you guys feel summer coming? James, I know you said you run. How much do you normally run, James? How far do you run? A couple of stone?
Yeah, I tried to do like a couple of stuff. I tried to do between 3 and 5 mile. You know what I mean? I try to do 3 and 5 miles.
So what does that
mean?
mean?
But Mike, I tell you today, you can tell I'm an old man, right? I got back, right? And I did like some warm down and some stretching, right? And my groin fucking ached. You could tell,
James.
You could tell I'd been out of the game for a long fucking time, man, because my body.
Homoerotic, James. I don't want to hear about your groin.
Yeah, my body fucking ached, mate. It was like time for like a nice cold bath.
Well, that's when you
gotta
shower, you know what I mean? Twisting.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah. Hold that sausage, bro. That's when you need a nice massage, bro. You need to get somebody in there that gives you.
I need to find someone that could give me a bit of the R&R. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. A bit of the 3 fingers, as we used to say.
Concentrate on straight down the middle, ladies. Straight down the middle.
Straight down maybe even 1 toe knuckle if you're lucky. We got Mr. G.
On the fairway.
Mr. Cheeky says he got into speed golf back in college, a 3-wood 7-iron putter were the 3 clubs he chose. Now, speed golf I can do, okay? Bro, okay, I got a whole rant about golfing, okay? Let's just be honest, right? I was watching Jim Brewer the other day. He was talking about his one experience golfing and how he's terrible at it, and how he met John Daly and all that kind of stuff. And if John Daly's a motherfucking legend, if you guys don't know who John Daly is this guy he's a fat ass, he drinks, he smokes, and he hits the golf ball fucking 400 yards straight, bro. He's an absolute master. And, he's a legend. And, Jim Brewer was talking about how he went out there and he was absolutely terrible. And there was a time when I loved golf, and I even actually played some night golf. They had the glow in the dark golf balls, and that was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But do it like Mr. Jeeky's talking about. You pick 3 clubs. You got your, you got a wood, an iron, and a putter. I don't know if a putter counts or not. And you go out there and have fun. I'd
like to try that.
It's fun. I used to play with just a putter and a 7-iron, and that was a lot of fun. I love.
You got those nighttime driving ranges over there?
Yeah, we got the nighttime driving ranges.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
I heard a funny golf joke the other day.
Okay, what's your funny golf joke?
I heard it was someone told me Tiger Woods was Native American. I said, no shit, his name's Tiger Woods.
That's pretty good. Yeah, it's better than drinks while driving, but that's a good one too. King Yeti says John Daly's from his hometown, and he's the embodiment of his town. Well, John Daly is absolute quality, absolute legend, absolute pure talent channeling through the body. You know what I'm saying?
He looks a bit like that geezer that owns the Las Vegas Raiders. You know, the one with the funny haircut. Yeah,
he's like the guy who thumbs his fucking nose in front of everybody, all the rich people. You have all the people, like if you've ever been out golfing, they all take everything serious. They got like the latest clubs that cost like...
They got the gear in, the Pringle outfit.
Oh yeah, the outfit.
Pringle, I love it.
Yeah, they got to do their warm-ups and their stretch and the grass and then this and then, nobody can say anything in their backswing and they take it all serious. And then you got people like John Daly, bro. Absolutely.
Who's that American dandy that died back in the day? I don't know. Did he have cancer or did he die in a plane crash? I can't remember. Payne Stewart. Do you remember how he used to dress?
Yeah, I think he had cancer. Yeah. Payne Stewart, he was a legend too. He was fantastic. He dressed as a proper Scottish attire to go out and James, I'm surprised you you like golf. I thought you hated everything from Scotland. What happened?
I don't know, man. It's just it's kind It's kind of like I like the fashion aspect of it. It's incredibly boring to watch,
Yeah.
but I do like the fashion aspect of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can go out in the leery colours like the pinks and the yellows. Remember Tiger Woods when he was on it and in the mood? He always used to wear red Nike on the last day, didn't he?
Yeah.
You knew everyone was in trouble when he was geared up. He's got the red
When he
Nike
was
polo
locked
on.
in. Yeah, we was locked in.
Yeah. Before he got into drinking and women, I tell you, that's the thing that brings you down in this life, bruv. You're a professional sportsman. Do you remember when he had to stand up there going, he's like, yeah, and his mum's in the front, his poor mother, and he's saying he's banged all these cocktail waitresses.
His mom was probably happy about it. You know, at that point, who cares? Shout out to Kelly Cat in the chat. King Yeti says, John warms up with 5 shots of bourbon. I fucking believe that. Mr. Jiki says he hates waiting for those dudes on the greens, aiming with their... Yeah, they aim with their putts, their putters. They hold it up. They put their ass in the air. They're doing all this.
And they throw the grass in the air to check the wind and all that, don't they?
And they still fucking miss, bro. You know, they're horrible. That's one of the things I always like. You just walk up to the ball and fucking knock the socks off, and that's it.
Yes, sir. It's a sport.
Yeah, and if you can't do that, go to the driving range until you can. You know,
I like the guys that used to take a run up. You know, before they were driving off, they would take a run up to it and just smack it.
Yeah, a little Happy Gilmore action.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
You got to have fun with it, ain't you? You know, if it's a pastime, if it's like a hobby, you know, you got to have fun with it. Why take it so serious? It's not professional. It's not for money.
Yeah,
I have seen some wild swings from like professional guys that love doing it.
Oh yeah,
and they're like whipping it around before they crack it. I'm like, that's crazy technique.
Who's the guy that can smack it like 450? Is that Bryson DeChambeau? Is he the guy that whacks it?
Maybe. I mean, you know more than me at this point.
I think it's Bryson DeChambeau. He gives it a good crack.
He can crush it. But we all know what happens to those guys who crush the ball. They end up like Tiger Woods with their back fused together, bro. Can you imagine that? Blowing your knee out from hitting 1,000 golf balls a day for 5 years, getting your back fused together. That's why he's on all them pills. And then he has
They're all riddled with arthritis, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, they can't like, they can't even go to the swing and play with their grandkids, can they? They can't go to the park or anything.
Yeah, just on one side of their body. That's why they got to fuck all those women. It gives them a little bit of relief, you know. It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
It kind
of relieves the pressure.
Yeah, relieves. But let's talk about the one legend. Do you guys know who the legend on every golf course is? Is the cart girl. Let's be honest. Zayd, are you familiar
is she the
with
beer
this?
babe?
Yeah, of course she's got to be. She's got to be a knockout, bro. She's the beer girl. She's driving around.
Right.
Those girls probably make like fucking $1,000 or $1,500 every fucking weekend, bro. And there
was a video, wasn't there, floating around on X, right? And they just had like 4 Bud Lights, and it cost like $50 or something. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's expensive as hell. But bro, when you got the guys out there and you've already had a couple of drinks and you're out there and the cart girl comes by, bro, you're flirting with her like crazy. You'll tip her anything, maybe to get her to flash you a nipple or some shit like that. You gotta keep your fingers crossed and play the game a little bit. You know what I'm saying, Jeremy? I don't know if you've ever been out there when there's a pretty hot cart girl. You're like, damn, hey girl.
Is there 2 cart girls at once?
I haven't seen that video. Is that like the two girls,
I don't
one
know.
cup
I'm
video?
just wondering. 2 cars, 2 girls, 1 cart.
2 girls, 1 cart.
That's great.
No, usually it's.
I was gonna say, like, what would you want, the beer girl or Snoop Dogg?
Oh, the beer girl. The beer girl all day. Snoop Dogg, bro. I've met Snoop Dogg in person a couple times.
Yeah, how was that?
That wasn't, I take a nipple over a Snoop Dogg any day.
I take a nipple over that.
Yeah. Hey, bro, what's up? Oh, what's up? He does all that stuff. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, I mean, that was cool back in 2000, but I'm kind of over that.
He's invested in the football team over here now. He's coming over here telling us all about football.
I know. Didn't you know Snoop Dogg? He's like the #1 soccer. He knows it all about football.
What was it when he was at the Winter Olympics? When he with all the women? Did you see that? He was like some kind of ambassador.
That's what I'm saying. Snoop Dogg is the biggest.
A black man in a sea of white. It was hilarious.
Yeah, he got paid like $8 million to do that too for 14 days.
Fucking hell.
He'll shill anything, bro. Snoop Dogg Dogg's the big.
I'd have just been going to the speed skating to see Jake Paul's missus. I'd be like, right, I'm just going to the fucking speed skating. That's all I'm doing. I'm not doing anything else at the Winter Olympics. It's specifically speed skating. And it's specifically when the Dutch are on.
She has a rockin' ass. I will say that right now. But it's over with now. She's pregnant, bro. You hear about that? She got Jake Paul got her pregnant.
Whose kid is it?
Jake Paul's apparently. Yeah.
Which black guy is the father?
Yeah. But no, apparently did you see he just got caught cheating on her? She was all been out of shape about it.
Yeah.
But you would do. That's the thing, right? I said this to John about, like, and I think he misinterpreted what I said when I said about star fucking. When you're a star, right? Or when you're a kind of a star and you've got any level of fame, the chances of you being monogamous are so fucking low, right? Because you're at all the parties, you're going to all the clubs, you got a dog with two dicks. You're gonna fuck anything that moves, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So even though he's got one of the fittest birds on the planet, he's still gonna want to fuck another hottie when he sees it.
Yeah,
and he's Jake Paul and he can do it.
He's a piece of shit, though. I will tell you that. And he can. That kind of makes me mad.
Can you imagine Mr. CTE getting all these birds and then there's us three? You know what I mean?
Bro, he's got that.
I just wondered how he's gonna talk after all this jaw shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's basically like a James Bond villain. You know, he's got that metal jaw going on, that titanium jaw.
Start talking like Destiny, where his jaw moves off to the side.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Professor Grass in the chat says, summoned by Snoop Dogg. Yeah, I did say the magical words by Snoop Dogg, and that brought Professor Grass straight away. Grass, I hope you're having a great Friday, bro. I hope you're token up or whatever the hell it is.
Snoop Dogg's better than Kanye. We all agree on that, don't we? Snoop Dogg over
I take Kanye over Snoop Dogg. What are you talking about, bro? Snoop Dogg is a fucking, he's like, when I think about Snoop Dogg, I think about somebody who's just like a mascot. That's all he is just a fucking mascot. You know what I mean? It's like he's a weed mascot. He's just running around like, hey. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just don't take.
He was great in American Dad, though, with that episode where he was like he done the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory thing. That was a good episode. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, when he started doing the stuff with Martha Stewart, I was kind of like, bruh, you cooked your reputation. I know everybody wants to go mainstream and make those big bucks, but like, you know, I half expect to see him playing polo now or water polo or swimming laps or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just can't take the motherfucker serious anymore, bro.
Martha Stewart loved a bit of dark chocolate, like, didn't she? She was one of those, wasn't she?
Bro, do you think Martha Stewart and him like fucking hooked up? Do you think that happened?
Of course.
You think so?
Well, there are some women, right, that get to a certain age, right, and they think it's like fucking funny or risque, you know what I mean? Or they're fucking divorced or they're like contemplating having an affair, and they always go to the fucking black dudes, man. It gets right on my tits. I can't stand it.
Why do you think they go to the black dudes? What do you think? Do you think
I have no idea? Maybe their husband's got a small dick or something. I don't fucking know.
Well, do you think they're like all like, oh wow, you know, it's kind of like goes back to that.
It's kind of exotic, isn't it? It's kind of like fucking, you know.
It's like Django Unchained, kind of, isn't it?
Yeah,
like,
slave owner and slave kind of thing, isn't it? It's like fucking...
What do they call those? He's
like a little house boy, isn't he? Yeah. I'm not gonna say the house N word, but he's like the house boy, isn't he?
No, what do they call those? The fighting guys? There's a name. It starts with an M, like I don't know. I forget what it's called. The Mundabi or Mandrake or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, they have this like fantasy about them, don't they? And like I don't think anybody's knocking on Martha Stewart's door.
The Moors. You mean the Moors?
No, not the Moors. It was the Mandingo. Mandingo. That's the word I'm looking for.
Mandingo. That's a myth, mate. They're all like I reckon all these black guys, they're lighting the loafers, mate. I'm telling you, it's a fucking myth.
Bro, I will tell you this, man. Isn't it strange how like I don't know how it is where you're at, James, but Zaid, you back me up here. Out here in America, like all the gay culture's going gay, bro. It's like going like, you know, have you seen?
Hold on, did you just say gay culture's going gay?
No, I said black culture's going gay, bro.
Oh well, dude, yeah, all that shit just came out. They all been booty fucking each other for the past couple decades.
Well, what do you mean?
Like,
what came out?
Go back and look at the hip hop community and say nobody's booty's been busted.
Oh yeah,
it can't. They all got their booties busted.
That's true.
It's all been gay the whole time.
Oh, that's true. The down low as well, and also they got this whole thing about prison. Like if you go to prison and you have sex with another man, it's not really
the sagging.
Yeah,
was exactly
the sagging, bro.
Was.
The sagging. I remember when I was in high school, everybody used to say, "Well, motherfucker,
pocket."
Yeah, if you're sagging, that means you're looking for a man or something like that."
Yeah,
and they're like, "No, it doesn't." Turns out it does. Zaid, have you ever sagged your pants, Zaid?
Yes.
Oh shit, you were looking for a man?
No.
I was wondering where he's going there.
Yeah, I was like, wow. Shout out to CK in the chat. How good to see you, CK. No, but so Zaid, when you were younger, you did that sag in the pants kind of thing.
Yeah, it's loose. It's loose on the hips. It feel, whatever. Sometimes it still happens from time to time. I don't have like the wide hips that keep stuff up. I always wear a belt.
Okay.
Better now than I was then. But yeah, it was never for that. I never got put in prison. I never got with somebody's booty, bitch.
All right, so Zaid is not a FTM. He's got them narrow hips, masculinity confirmed, locked in right there.
Yeah, but black culture's always been gay. I mean, look at their ridiculous diamond earrings and their swag and their chains. And now look at them when they rock up to the NFL games and NBA games. They're all dressed like fucking pufters and fucking brasses.
Well, I mean, there's a little bit of a difference between like gay culture and pimp culture. Do you think there's a difference between the two, James?
Maybe a little, but it's still gay to me. I think they all look ridiculous. You know what I mean? They need a flat cap and a wife beater like me.
Yeah, well, because you got pimp culture where they wear the rings, they wear the fur coat, they wear the big hat, like with the feathers or whatever, the big chains. Do you think that
it's all very ostentatious, though, isn't it? It's all very like dramatic. They have a flair for the drag. It's all a bit OTT and a bit camp and gay.
Yeah, it's definitely camp. I would agree with that, and it's a little bit gaudy, sure, but I don't know. Like, would you say like so like Prince? Like how Prince used to dress?
His little boots.
Like he had them high heels and he had the tight loafers and he
didn't Prince swing every single way and from the chandelier.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. He did the He did that quite often.
Prince is like the white black version of David Bowie, really, isn't he?
Yeah.
Because he's like fucking androgynous gay guy who has sex with everything that moves.
That's funny too, because he was like only 5 feet tall, bro. That's what
I know, but you know what he had, and you can't, if you've got immeasurable talent, if you just ooze. Like you ooze charisma when you've got that kind of talent. He could just pick a guitar up and make a hit fucking record. Yeah. It's like the man was ooze talent, and then that transcends into like sex appeal.
Yeah, 100%.
I remember when Sheena Easton went over. Do you remember she was like over here? She was like this just normal pop lass from Scotland. She wasn't very sexually aware. She spent 5 minutes with Prince, and she completely fucking changed. She was in Miami Vice. He completely turned her into a pop star. He turned her into a sex symbol. He basically took this like shy lass from Scotland and he rocked her fucking world.
Yeah.
And just completely changed it.
Well, he did that with Paula Abdul too. He completely created Paula Abdul. I think he did with a couple of others as well, but he shaped people, and that was a very interesting.
He had muses, didn't he? He was a guy that had female muses. You know what I mean? It's like fucking.
Yeah, James talking about the occult a little bit. We're about to get into that again. But no, I agree. That's the other thing too, is that like, they have that tremendous talent, and then that, the people look away. They don't care if he is gay or he dresses gay or whatever. They're like, no big deal. It's all good. Like, I think white people, we all knew Freddie Mercury was gay. Either that or he had like a really bad dentist. I can't remember which one it was. But he was fantastic. And I don't think anybody.
Yeah, George Michael, another really talented guy, gay.
Yeah,
David Bowie, androgynous, supremely talented. Yeah, all that talented people are like half pufters. You know what I mean? It's just the way it goes in the music industry. I suppose when you're in that world and you're drinking and you're doing drugs, you don't play by the normal rules of someone who just lives in a suburban street, do you? No. You are doing everything because everything's available to you. Yeah. There's drugs, there's alcohol, there's women. Some people take it very dark and they should be thrown in the bin. But like some of them are just hedonistic people and they can't get enough of it. When it's like Ricada when Ricada got a bit of taste of it, didn't he? It's like someone who hadn't had a taste of it and then he got a taste of it. You just go that extra mile, don't you? There's never enough cocaine, there's never enough swinging, there's never enough bulldoze, there's never enough birds, and you start getting sloppy and flaunting it all online. That's how it happens, doesn't it? You start out, if you think about how he started and how he ended up, that's what happens. Once you get a bit of cash in your pocket, once birds start paying attention to you, you're off to the races, son. Yeah. You are off to the races.
Yeah, let's be honest. I mean, like, that's why, we don't have a whole bunch of, accountants that are famous, a whole bunch of librarians or engineers, because, they're boring people. We don't want our rock stars to be boring, do we? Of course, you have that other thing about the secret societies and them climbing the levels, the degrees, and all this kind of stuff, and all the rituals they do and all the rituals they put in. You know, it makes for a big theatrical, performance that you're kind of enthralled by. Zayd, what was one of the first, I don't know, classic rock bands when you saw them, you're like, holy shit, look at these guys. Do you have like anybody from the past?
All
Like,
percussion majors.
wow,
Crazy stuff. And the language he sings is his own made up language.
he made up his own
The
language.
music's nuts.
He's up there just
Yeah.
jibber jabbering away. He could be praying, praying in tongues, and you
Yeah.
don't even know it.
Right.
He's a
Yeah.
big old
The
Pentecostal. up there.
music's nuts though. Yeah. It's been featured in a bunch of movies.
Oh, wait, what happened?
So
We got what did our YouTube mess up or something? Did my widget?
What happened?
Yeah, YouTube is receiving open widget. What is it doing? Stream health. I don't know. It's stream settings. Some people saying that the YouTube is glitching out. Let me check and see what's going on with the live stream. Oh, it's a little bit.
Damn
we got,
YouTube.
yeah, it's a little bit glitchy. It should pass here in a second. I think we just had like I had a little power surge come through my my house. I noticed the lights flashed a little bit.
Giggity.
Sorry about that, guys. Sorry, giggity. Yeah,
It's
but
them gremlins again.
I said, yeah, it's some gremlins. We'll see. Give it a couple of minutes. Do the refresh. The red fresh is the pros like Mersh and all those guys say. We're having our first issue, so no big deal. As long as I don't get struck or taken down. I was like, we're not even talking about anything bad.
What are we doing?
Yeah, we're not even talking about anything
It's
bad.
probably something I've said. I've got to watch my P's and Q's.
Yes,
Oh, that's right. It's his government we got to worry about.
yeah, we got to watch about the English people, bro. We got to watch out. James, what is one of the first rock bands that when you first came across them, like maybe it was David Bowie or maybe it was somebody else, and you were like, holy shit, what in the hell? The whole thing, you were mesmerized by it. You couldn't get over it.
Well, I know John's said that he let the secret out that I'm semi-literate and half stupid, but I told you, I read the book The Dirt by Motley Crue.
First came across,
and that book, I tell you, it is one of the greatest and best books I've ever read. The autobiography of Motley Crue, The Dirt. I think they made it into a series, didn't they? They made it into a film or something. I think it was a bit shit. But the actual book and what they did and the hedonistic lifestyle, where they were just we got birds in the back of the van and it was disgusting, and then we were smashing the bits out of them, and there was fanny juice all over the place, and then we were getting pissed, and it was there was so many women, and it was Motley Crue were just animals, you know what I mean? They were just a hard, they were they're like that soft rock, aren't they, really?
Yeah.
They're not hard rock, but they're soft rock, but they lived a hard lifestyle, party lifestyle. They were on it 24/7, drink, drugs, women. They couldn't get enough of it. And you saw what it done to Mick Mars, the guitarist. I mean, come the end, he looked like death warmed up. I mean, terrible. He was it totally done him. And if you see how Tommy Lee looks now, and Nicky Six, it's but they were an actual band. And over here, Def Leppard was another band that were very hedonistic in this country. Songs like Pour Some Sugar on Me. I love that song. I just love bands like that. I like the idea that you start out as a band in your garage, your friends, and you work really, really hard in the clubs, and eventually you make it. And when you make it, and most of these people come from poverty, you are going to do everything. Yeah. And you're not just going to do everything. You're going to do it twice, 3 times, 4 times, and you ain't going to stop until someone makes you stop or you have to stop. Yeah. And they were just a party band, and I like that. Why else get into music if you don't want to do drink, drugs, and live the rock and roll lifestyle? I always hate the bands like fucking Elbow or Muse or Coldplay. It's you are rock stars, and you are wasting the opportunity that I would crave if I was a rock star. You're just going home and watching TV and having a cheese and ham toasty and drinking a cup of tea. You should be out partying, mate. Fucking hell.
Yeah, the rock star is more of a spectacle. I agree. One of my favorite guys is Christopher Cross. I don't know if you guys are familiar with his music, but he was at the time, right around the time MTV came out, and he actually his first album had he won 4 Grammys with it. Best new album, best new artist, best album of the year, blah blah blah. And then the next year, MTV came out, right? And then everybody saw, they made a music video and they put him up on the music video and everybody saw him. And he's just a big white dude and he doesn't have
See the sailing guy?
Yeah.
Sailing.
That guy. Yeah. And bro, after that, like nobody wanted to hear his music again, right? And but his music was fantastic and it's still fantastic. And people it got like, a cult following and a resurgence lately. He has so many good songs that are all
It's
amazing.
weird though, isn't it, like that sometimes where supreme talent can't overcome the aesthetic?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Right.
people have got this idea of how you should look, and when they see how you look, they just can't get past it. They're like, this guy's so uncool. You know what I mean? It's like, you're kind of like repulsed and turned off by it, but he's more talented than most of the people that make it.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the truth, man. People have this idea; they've been conditioned to think of what a musician is, and a musician is this person who is, like you said, James. They're going after the muse. They're entranced by the muse. They're living a reckless, on the edge lifestyle, and they're bringing back some form of wisdom and putting it into this song to shape for the mere mortals like us who have to go to a 9-to-5 job and all that kind of stuff. And so we want to see our rock stars that way. And actually, our society's been shaped to see the rock stars that way ever since the British invasion with the Beatles. Like when the Beatles first came over here and changed everything about how the pop culture is and how modern music, contemporary music, and how the whole music industry works. That was the British invasion. Wouldn't you agree, James?
Yeah, I mean, the Beatles kind of like, it's a funny thing in this country because it's very polarizing. You've got all the cool, super hip people that will always tell you that the Rolling Stones were miles better than the Beatles, but the Beatles were the band that broke it open. So you have to show respect for them because the Stones never broke it open. The Beatles went over, they broke it open in the UK, they made it in America, and it's very hard for bands from the UK. Now, I mean bands, it's not hard for like women. Dua Lipa's made it in America, she's big time. Adele's made it in America, she's big time. All our female artists go over to your country and they make it big time. You know what I mean? Because that's just, they like the pop. Pop is big.
Yeah.
But like bands, how many bands from our country can you say made it big in America? Blur never made it, and they were a huge band in this country. Oasis never made it in your country, big time.
Oasis
you know
was
what I
pretty
mean?
big. But
Yeah.
We had Robbie Williams. Did Robbie Williams ever come over and cross the pond and make it big
Robbie
time?
Williams, he had like one or two Millennium. He had that Millennium song that was they. tried to push-
Coldplay made it big time in your country, didn't they? And they're one of the most boring bands on the planet.
But-
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking
Well-
who's the other one? The
well,
fucking
with-
folk band.
With
They made it big.
Well, with classic rock, we had a ton of English bands, though. You got the Who, you had the Rolling
Yeah.
Stones, you had I think it was Dire Straits. I think they're from England.
Def Leppard made it big because of MTV, didn't they? They came over and made it big.
Well, I think MTV, when MTV came out, MTV really became, it changed the music industry. It really, it consolidated the power, and now it was more of a machine. It was more of an image. It just wasn't a sound you heard anymore. It was a lifestyle that you bought into because you saw it, you saw the video, and it really kind of put that whole rock star kind of image and lifestyle forefront in the American and probably English as well.
So you just a fan of Mark Knopfler?
Yeah, I love Mark Knopfler. I think
Dire Straits.
yeah,
Dire Straits made it, didn't they?
He's incredible. But they put we got Hobo Chili Recipe says the Stones were much better, not much better than Dire Straits, bro. Come on, well, fight me on that one. But Charlie, shout out to Charlie Snuggins in the chat. I hope the sound's better for you, bro. He says, why are English so good at rock? That's the big question. It's very interesting. English people are very good at instruments, but they're also very good at theater because there's an entire theater, infrastructure in England that prepares them to be the best actors, the best
They go to Brit school.
musicians and stuff like that. And we just don't have like something comparable to that in America. Or we didn't. I don't know. Maybe we do now. I know we have Juilliard, but Juilliard's kind of a one-off kind of thing. But Charlie's talking about Clapton, Cream, Dire Straits, Stones. Yeah, the Who, for example.
I was thinking recently, other than the Arctic Monkeys, I can't think recently who really done it, who went over big time. You know what I
No,
mean?
I
Arctic
agree.
Monkeys They were just they were just a band out of Sheffield, right? And I've said this before on stream. I don't know if I said it to you or Zaid. I said it to someone. We're lacking the garage days revisited.
yeah.
You know what I mean? No one starts
bro.
a garage band anymore because they're all stuck to their fucking tablets or doing whatever.
This
No one
is-
wants to be in a band.
That's what happened. Charlie says in the chat, he says greatest of all time, the Beatles. Yeah, the Beatles were the first ones, the British invasion. You know, when Tavistock really started to, shape, contemporary culture. And if you're not familiar with Tavistock, Tavistock was like our CFR. What is it? I forgot what the acronym means, but anyway, Tavistock shaped a lot of those bands, a lot of the things coming over, a lot of the culture that was coming into our society at that time. But in the 80s and 90s, they wanted to promote rap heavily and put rap in the forefront of everything, and that kind of killed it, right? Because now you don't have to go learn to play a guitar, right? Back in the day, you saw the Beatles, everybody wanted to go out and learn how to play the guitar. That was a big inspiration for Mark Knopfler and those guys in Dire Straits. They're like my favorite band. I also love Carlos Santana. Of course, he's not from England.
Peter Frampton was another one, wasn't he?
Peter Frampton, yeah, you got Led Zeppelin and all those guys. But and so they were all inspired by this, and then the more that the guitar playing gets put up in the in the top area of culture, more and more kids want to do that, right? But then then the music industry around the 90s sometime made a decision with NWA to promote rap and gangster rap specifically. And there's even been recorded, meetings when they all had this big old meeting, big secret meetings where they got all the industry together and they said, hey, this is what we're going to do. Either get on the bandwagon or get out. Some people got out. Some people got on the bandwagon and went with it. And then you had this gangster rap just proliferate like crazy because it's much easier to learn how to rap, isn't it, than to learn how to play the guitar and learn how to play the guitar well. And how to arrange music. So now it's really a dumbing down of the musical industry, making it easier. And then, of course, in the 2000s, you have Ye come out with auto tuning. Auto tuning further dumbs it down because now it's not required to have a good voice. And then now we find ourselves with a computer.
And now we got Riley. Yeah. Riley's a rap star. I mean, fucking hell, what are we doing?
Yeah, and now we have AI music. You don't even need a musician anymore. You can have.
Do you know all I see online on YouTube, right? It's because like my great uncle is a huge doo-wop fan, so I'm always looking for like doo-wop tunes. All it is now is fucking AI doo-wop on YouTube. That's all that's on my fucking feed. Yeah. Just reams and reams of AI doo-wop. It's crazy because doo-wop isn't even a popular genre. Yeah, it's just everywhere.
Well, it's very interesting. You have like the old timey music like Chubby Checker. You have all the different songs like that, the twist, and then you listen to them. You think, oh, that's good. You got the Beach Boys. But now you have AI going back and remaking a lot of that old music with its own lyrics and everything like that. It's kind of weird to have it come back like that. And it's kind of like, I don't know about you, James, but Zaid, how do you feel? Like, say for example, you hear a song and you kind of like it, but then you find out with AI, does that change how you feel about the song? Shout out to Presby, bro. Good to see you, bro.
I've had a hard time finding it with music, just because I'm not I'm not a musician. I don't write music. I could play acoustic guitar pretty well enough, but I don't read it. I play by ear kind of thing. So as far as like listening to AI music, I listen to pretty awesome melodic stuff that has levels. I love the old Beethoven and stuff. You mix that with some heavy melodic metal and you got all these different things. But hearing it in AI, I haven't listened to AI music, to be honest with you, very much. But I can only imagine that it just keeps evolving. It keeps going.
Well,
like
Zaid, when you
does it feel empty?
Yeah, when you find out it's not made by a person, does that change how you experience the music or how you feel about the music?
I was saying, like with artwork, it feels empty. I haven't listened to enough of it to feel that emptiness. Like to me, music is music, and I guess images are images. If you want to break it down to the nihilistic part of it, I haven't listened to enough of it to figure it out. But AI music, I heard about these channels that just churn music out 24/7. It's on the live stream and it's just AI stuff.
Yeah, and also,
mean,
you know, if they put so much of it out, it starts to become noise, doesn't it? Like
that's what I mean. Yeah, it's just all junk at that point.
nothing
Yeah, it's nothing.
special. What,
Yeah.
what
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like
It's
a
not
shit
inspired.
version of Phil Spector's Wall of Sound. That's what all the doo-wop sounds like.
Right.
It sounds like a really, really basic and really shit version of the Wall of Sound by Phil Spector. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every
Right.
song, the doo-wop one, sounds like She's a Rebel. It's a rip-off of She's a Rebel. That's
Yeah.
all it sounds like. It's terrible.
I
James,
guess that's what I mean, Ray. It's just it's not inspired.
yeah,
It's
it doesn't have that emote or emotion. It doesn't emote anything. It doesn't seem to connect with anything. And I don't know if that's just me or if that's other people or if it's really not there. James, what about you? If you find out that something's AI, does that make you like less inclined to participate in it? I know, like, say for example, if it's a movie, if it's an AI movie, are you like gonna watch it, or are you like, fuck this? It's
I just
stupid?
skip past it because you know I'm on TikTok and Instagram. I just skip past it. I just can't I can't stand it. It does my head in. It seems so artificial, so cheap, so tawdry. Like anyone can do it. I mean, if an idiot like me can do it, then it's not art, in my opinion. It's not creative. It needs someone like who's got a flair for art, like yourself, or like Zaid, someone who's got a background, someone who understands it, someone who can interpret it, someone who can create it, not just some fucking twat in his room with an iPhone or whatever, and he's making fucking shit. I mean, because if art goes down that path, not everyone can be an artist. Not everyone can be a footballer. Not everyone can be a musician. Not everyone can be a streamer. Not everyone can be a bricklayer. Not everyone can be a house painter. You know what I mean? You know, specific tasks for specific people, but now they're making it accessible so everyone can do it. And maybe you'll find a diamond in the rough, but 99 out of 100 of these people are dog shit.
Well, you know, that's the thing. We got Charlie in the chat. He says art is impressive because a human made it. And Charlie's quite the artist himself. He does a fantastic artwork, great drawings, inkings, and colorings. But, you know, the thing is also like whenever you lower the bar of entry for anything, the quality of the work deteriorates to nothing. Have you noticed that? Like, say, for example, you know, you make it possible for everybody to play Guitar Hero, right? Then everybody's playing all the same songs. You know, nobody's making anything new. They can because they can't. They don't have the ability to do it. They just can push the buttons. You know, the creativity, whatever they're tapping into, isn't channeling that anymore, and it's just a recombination of old things. And I think that's what AI does. If you notice, a lot of the imagery, AI doesn't make a diverse, you know, images of people. All of the images kind of make them look a little bit better, a little bit prettier. You know, since it taps into this database, it'll make Zaid look better and make me look better and make, you know, it can't make James look any better. He's about the best.
Nah, not a chance, mate. You can't improve on perfection. Fucking hell.
It's a machine of trend.
Right.
That's all it's doing.
That is a great way to put it, a machine of trend. And so that asks the next question, right? Because now you're basically at the mercy of the audience. And so now it's an audience-focused endeavor instead of when you're the artist, you're connecting to something else, right? You're like leading, you're out in front of the pack of people and you're trying to bring them something new. Whereas when you're an AI, you're just trying to please them, right? You're just trying to give them something that they're going to be happy with. And and bro, we all know, right, Zaid? We all know that if you do that with women, you're going to lose every time, right? 100%. Bro, one of my favorite tricks to do with if you're taking a girl out or you got a girlfriend or a wife or whatever, instead of saying, "Where do you want to go to eat, honey?" You'll say, "You'll never guess where we're going to eat. It's a surprise. What do you think it is?" And then they say, "Oh my God, Taco Bell." You're like, "Exactly.
That's where we're going."
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. But no, I feel the same way. I feel like when you look at art as a product, that's not what art is. You know, art is a conversation with creativity, and it takes on a much larger esoteric connotation and understanding.
If you want to take it that seriously, there's other people that are just like, "Hey, let me make a drawing and sell it." It doesn't have to change anybody's mind. It doesn't have to inspire you. You just like the way it looks.
No, I agree with you.
Too.
No, I agree with you. I think there's, but that's not why you started drawing. I'm not talking about you specifically, Zaid. But
yep.
Is that why you started drawing? You just wanted to make
no.
Right.
You're right. I want to say preach, brother. Yeah, there is more important to me.
Right.
But, you know,
No,
that looking for that art piece that's going to be genius and change the whole world and sell for 25,000 or more, it probably doesn't come to an artist. Like most of them don't even get that chance throughout their life.
Right.
So a lot of people just do this because they learn how the business works and learn how to crank out just stuff. People like stuff, they buy stuff.
People want
and that consumerism, fucking hell.
Right.
Consumerism. But no, Zaid, what was it? Do you remember what it was that made you want to start drawing? What did you see?
Yeah, it was that seriousness. It was like, how can I tell a cool idea in a single image? I'm an illustrator, so all that, like, having a complex or a nuanced thought, putting in an image with the right posing, the right staging, the right perspective, the right color, to be able to express an idea is just kind of the reason I always got into this.
Yeah,
like, it's just neat.
And then sometimes the constraints that you have is it helps to add to the creativity, right? Like sometimes if you have constraints, you have to solve that problem. And that ends up becoming something better. And I know that
comes the style too with that, especially if you're talking about tools.
Yeah,
like you don't have the right tool. Well, use something that's like it. Figure it out. That will change the style.
Or even mistakes, right? Sometimes sometimes a mistake becomes the focal point or the best part of the artwork. You know, that's a big deal with like classic rock too. Classic rock was all done with physical media. They all had their own amps. They all had their own guitars, their own pickups. They didn't run it through processing. They run it through tapes. With digital processing, they have a subset of tools and things like that. And so it starts to sound the same. You start to rob that texture or that individual different types of sound of, oh, hey, Mark Knopfler plays on this guitar with this amp. Or Carlos Santana, he sounds like this because of that. But they all start to go and become homogenized. And that's kind of what we're seeing. We got this promise that AI is going to bring all these answers, all this artwork, all this, but no, it's going to be a big lie because it's all going to be homogenized because the people that are selling us this stuff now that have taken on this role of purveyor of the arts, they're trying to take it out of the hands of the artist who has the artist has a responsibility to uphold the quality of the craft. Well, the purveyors of product who are using AI to make product don't give a fuck about that. They want you to eat at Sizzler, all you can eat buffet, and shut the fuck up if you don't like the way your steak is cooked. That's how it's going to be, people. I'm telling you right now. And then people are going to be like, how come we don't have actors anymore? How come we don't have movies anymore? How come we don't have this kind of shit going on? Well,
how comes we got all this Make-A-Wish music like Riley?
Yeah,
I mean, coming out fucking.
Riley, yeah. No, bro.
Give it 10 years of the AI movie stuff when the AI is doing all the emotions on the screen.
Yeah.
Overacting or underacting. Or
but you've got actors who are openly endorsing it, haven't you? Like Demi Moore. Yeah. She's openly endorsing it. It's like fucking turkeys voting for Christmas. Use your fucking head, people.
No, but you know why?
10 years later, they're going to keep training their AIs off of that bad stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, and that's why Demi Moore is promoting it, because she can license her image and it can be used in perpetuity and she'll get a paycheck. But that also means there will be no new actresses coming up because nobody's going to invest the time and the money to make their name big. Think about that. Like Demi Moore is big because her name is big. Her name is big because over a period of time, the movies promoted her, turned her into a star. That took money. You know, that was a lot of money for every movie that she was in that they put her out there. And, you know, she was also with Bruce Willis, so she had some overflow from that. Bruce Willis made her big, and then she was also with Ashton Kutcher.
They had, isn't that their son?
Oh, who, Ashton? No. Yeah, he was with her for a minute. And that made him big. That made her big. That was the whole symbiotic relationship of Hollywood. But strictly speaking, that's how they got their name big. They want to keep it this way and sell their images to AI, license them so they can keep getting money. But that also closes out any hope of new actors or actresses or anybody coming up. It's going to be it. We're going to see the same, you know, Harrison Ford or that new movie with Val Kilmer.
No, we got Timmy. We're going to be all right. We got the greatest actor on the planet, Timothy Chalamet.
Bro, Yeah, I can't stand that, bro. Timothy Chalamet. Yeah, I completely agree.
I
with
was
that.
heartbroken when he lost the Oscar to Michael B. Jordan. That fraud
Bro.
in a movie that wasn't even as good as From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh man.
You know, I sat there and watched it with my old man, and we watched Sinners, and I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? This is supposed to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's a load of bollocks. But he played 2 roles.
Yeah.
I'm like, who gives a fuck? It's terrible.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, who cares if you play 2 roles? Nobody cares, and nobody wants to see that.
Was that
I'm not saying the
Cloud
table
Atlas?
tennis movie with Little Timmy was any good. It was just a shit year for movies. What you gonna do?
Yeah, and nobody cares, right? And we start to see this, and it makes me wonder: are they destroying Hollywood on purpose so that the difference between the movies that they make in the last 10 years and the AI movies coming up are like not the gap isn't as far, so that we accept it easier? Like we might as well jump into the Odyssey. We talked about Oh Brother Where Art Thou. It was basically an adaptation of the Odyssey set in the South back in 1800s or whatever that was. And they had George Clooney in it, but they're remaking a new Odyssey. Okay, people, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. Let me bring it up real quick.
Is it true they're trying to get what's his Elliot Page to do Achilles, or is that just a meme going on?
No, she's in the movie. I just don't know what she's in the movie for. Yeah, she's in the movie. I just don't know what she's in the movie for. Oh, I was hearing some kind of music or something.
Yeah, I heard it too.
I don't know what that was all about, bro. Anyway, we got. I was going to show you guys this one right here. This is the women that are.
It's still my beating heart. It's Lupita. I love you, Lupita.
These are the women in the Odyssey, right? These are the women that would make a country go to war, to set 1,000 ships afire. This is the epic issue.
The face that launched 1,000 ships was a bald black woman, apparently.
Apparently so. And like, are any of these women even attractive? I mean, like Charlize Theron, she had her day. She's cooked, right? You got
who is that? Is that the Indian bird at the top left, the one that's married to a Jonas?
The top left is Anne Hathaway, bro. It's not. It's Anne Hathaway.
Fuck about.
The Devil Wears Prada too. Can you believe that?
She has the worst personality. I talk about an odious personality. Remember when she liked the latest Devils Wear Prada? She turned up there and she says, "No, all the models are too skinny and beautiful. We need to get a load of fat models to make me look better." You fucking bitch.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about that. And so they're ruining it all, bro. They're ruining all this shit. Like, then you have the Zendaya, and she's in it as well. And but she's not attractive at all. I don't know why they keep trying to make her attractive or appealing.
That's the right psyop trying to convince us that she's attractive. I just won't have it.
Yeah. Professor Grass says she has weird elbows. That's a pretty funny.
Who's the one in the bottom right? The blonde.
That's Charlize Theron. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. The one that was going on the other day. I can't get remarried because I'm having a load of sex with younger men. I'm like, oh, fuck off, bitch.
How sad does that sound, right?
Right, sad acting, she.
Yeah, and she did the interview in like that, what was that subway train or something, like, bitch, Gail, what the hell? Why are you doing this, bro? This is stupid. What are you still out there in your 50-something trying to prove that you're still 20?
She's just ego tripping it, isn't she? Yeah. And then the women boost her up and say, oh, you're fantastic. You're great. You're living the best life.
Yeah. So we'll play a little game right here. Mr. Geeky in the chat says the bird that he was at the gas station that he saw last week is way hotter than these 4 uggos. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
I mean, like, that's why I'm asking the question. Are they intentionally trying to crush Hollywood in order to bring in the AI revolution?
They're trying to destroy conventional beauty.
That's okay, and that's a really good point because you got Michelle Lamy, and she is in the industry of the fashion industry. And she's that ugly witch that has like the fingers painted. I flashed her up before many times. But her motto is to destroy conventional beauty, to hoist ugly on top of society and to destroy beauty. And that's a completely satanic thing to do. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Hellboy Chili Recipe, shout out to you, bro. He says rise. But yeah, that gets me all fired up. All right, okay, James. So if we're gonna go fuck, marry, kill. Out of these 4 women, James, what do you got? What do you got? Fuck, marry, kill. Out of these 4.
Jesus, this is terrible. This is what's that movie where she had to make the choice?
Yeah,
the fucking choice.
Yeah.
What was that? Sophie's Choice. This is Sophie's Choice right here.
Yeah.
Right. Well, considering how I feel, I've got to kill Lupita Nyong'o. So she's got to go. If I had to, well, Zendaya as well. She's half black, so she's got to like go. I suppose I'd have to. I couldn't marry Anne Hathaway, so I'd have to marry Charlize Theron, fuck Anne Hathaway, and kill Lupita Nyong'o.
Okay. What about you, Zayd? What if you have the FMK? How you going? Zayd, are you there?
Mary Charlize Theron.
Mary Charlize Theron. Okay, got you.
Kill upper left.
Okay, kill
Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway. Okay.
It's a 3 out of 4, so I'm gonna go with the black girl so I could get some comeuppance in this country.
okay. All right. I would probably marry Anne Hathaway. Okay. I would probably fuck Lupita, and I'd probably kill Charlize Theron, bro. I cannot stand that bitch, dog. Cannot stand her, bro. And I'd let Zendaya park my car. You know what I mean? That's not too bad, right? 100%.
That don't even look right. You can tell that's airbrush because Zendaya's as flat as a pancake.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck are we doing here?
I don't know, bro. It's weird. This is weird stuff. It doesn't even make any sense. Oh wait, hold on. There's one more girl in the movie. Let me pull it up real quick. I got it right here. If you guys, there it is, right there. What now? Does that change how you guys feel?
Oh
yeah, I'm fucking Samuel L. Jackson.
What about Samuel L. Jackson as Helena Troy?
Shit.
Shit.
Where's that purple lightsaber now?
That's right, baby. That's right. Yeah, he even got bigger boobs than Zendaya does in this picture, bro. I don't know what the hell is going on with that.
I don't know what's going on with Christopher Nolan. It was that thing where you remember in like fucking what's that movie, Jackie Brown, where Samuel Jackson's character says to Robert De Niro, "You used to be so beautiful," before he shoots him.
Yeah.
I look at Christopher Nolan and I go, "You used to be so beautiful."
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Jackie Brown was a fire movie, man. I love that movie.
Yeah, because it's Elmore Leonard, isn't it? Tarantino didn't write it. It's an Elmore Leonard book.
Yeah.
And it is so fucking good, man. It is such a good film.
I love that. And that the mall, the Del Amo Mall, was about 15 minutes from where I used to live. So I'd actually gone.
When she does the Lewis bit, Lewis.
Yeah, I've gone to that mall a couple times. Bro, no, she could get it. Pam Grier back in the day, bro. She was, I know you went.
She was Coffee. Do you remember the black exploitation movie? She was Coffee, wasn't she? They were so good.
Now, okay, if you could bring back an old school, heartthrob or bombshell. Who would it be? If you could think, James, who do you got? If you could bring back an old,
I've always been in love. I've always been in love with Heather Locklear. I've always been in love with her. You know, when she was in TJ Hooker, I've been obsessed, absolutely obsessed with Heather Locklear. I'm obsessed with 80s women. Heather Locklear, Michelle Pfeiffer. I was obsessed with Kim Basinger. I'm obsessed with 9.5 Weeks. When I look in the mirror, I see prime Mickey Rourke. You know what I'm saying? And I see me and Kim Basinger having a lovely little thing. You know what I'm saying? So prime 80s women. I'll bring any of those back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Who do you got, Zayd? If you could bring back a bombshell, what about you? Shit. What about you, chat? Who would you bring? King Yeti says Dolly Parton was bad. Yeah, Dolly Parton was bad. No doubt about that.
You see, Betty Boop's going to be black.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard Betty Boop's going to be black.
Get up. See if you can find it. She looks terrible. Betty Boop's going to be black.
Let me see if I can find that. Yeah.
They're all black. Everyone's black now.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, white person, you're going to be black.
Who would you bring if you could bring back? Who would you bring back? To date or go out with?
I don't know who started Mama's House. She's got to be dead.
Mama's House. You talking about? I was gonna say, bro. She's funny though. She's hilarious. I love her. She's a great actress, as a matter of fact. I used to watch. I love that show. I forget what her name was. Charlie says Claudia Cardinale. Let me see. Let's bring her up.
She was in the spaghetti westerns, wasn't she? The Italian spaghetti westerns, I think.
Oh yeah,
Claudia Cardinale.
Yeah, she is a lot of hot. She is a dime piece, bro. Yes, Charlie, you were not lying. Let me see if I can bring her up real quick.
What about Sharon Tate? She was pretty fit.
Yeah, Sharon Tate.
Right?
She was hot. She was hot.
Sticky ending, but she was very, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's see. We got. Oh yeah, she's very attractive. Claudia, bro, she's a banger. 100%. Hobo Chili says Grace Jones. Yeah. Big B Trucker says Samantha Fox. Let's fucking go. Professor Grass says, hell yeah, 70s, 80s titties. Let's fucking go. That's what we're talking about. King Yeti says Zsa Zsa Gabor. Yeah, bro.
Women were sirens back then, though, weren't they? They were absolute sirens. They were the very definition of the word. They looked like film stars. They carried themselves like film stars. And because we didn't have I mean, oh, drop me out. What are we doing?
Betty Boop. Yeah, here's our cast as Betty Boop. What the hell is that, bro? What the hell?
I don't want to go full F&T, but Jesus Christ, come on.
Yeah.
It's like, shit.
Yeah. Who else we got? Zsa Zsa Gabor. Yeah, Grace Jones. B. Arthur. Come on now. B. Arthur. Yeah. I don't know. Hobo, you got to be
Betty
kidding
White.
me.
Betty White was fantastic.
Betty White was
the
hot.
Golden Girls.
Yeah. Betty White. What about the girl, my cousin Vinny? She was fucking fire.
Oh, Marissa Tomei.
Marissa Tomei. Yeah, she's a keeper. I would have definitely.
Who was the one in Sin City that Marv banged? Mickey Rourke. What's her name?
Was that Kim Basinger?
Gina.
Was that
Gina something? Gina something Cugino, or is it something Cugino? I don't know.
Sin City. Let me look. Cast. I don't see a Gina. I see a Rosario Dawson or Jessica Alba. Oh yeah, Claudia. Or Carla Gugino, is that who you're talking about?
Yeah. Nice.
She's attractive.
She had fantastic tits, if I remember rightly.
Bro, the good tits, bro. Before plastic surgery really fucked them all up. You know what I mean?
Good tits.
Oh, natural.
Yeah, let's see here. Who else we got? Professor Grass is going back to work. Have a great rest of your day, Grass. Thanks for popping in. Jane Mansfield, sir. King Yeti says, yeah. Oh, bro. Hey, Hobo Chili, I think you're sandbagging us. He's saying Angela Lansbury, bro. Might as well just start listing the Golden Girls, man. You might just start going down that road. Come on, bro.
But if you get a picture back when she first came on the scene, I bet she was quite attractive, young Angela Lansbury.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let's bring Katie Couric. Oh, get the hell out of here. Lucille Ball. Oh, Yasmin Bleeth, bro. Right. Yasmin Bleeth.
Yeah,
she was that knockout, dog. Yeah. Gina Gershon. Yeah, she was hot too. Murder She Wrote. Get the fuck out of here, CK. I know more Murder She Wrote. Well, I'm gonna look into Angela Lansbury. Okay, the British actress. Let's see what she. Nah, man, give me the old ones. Give me the young. What does she look like young? Okay. Let's see. Here we got a guessing video. Okay, no, she was not a looker. She was not a looker, bro. No, we got her picture right here.
Young Joan Collins. Try young Joan Collins. She'd be all right.
All right. Young Joan Collins. Joan.
I hope you don't go too fucking young. There we go.
Yeah. Joe Collins was attractive. She was attractive.
Elizabeth Taylor.
Elizabeth Taylor, definitely. Elizabeth Taylor was hot. Sophia Loren.
Oh shit! Who was the one that Christopher Walken offed? What was it? And Natalie Woods. Natalie Wood was the shit.
Natalie Woods was hot. Yeah. Fortune Lady says Fawzia Fawd. Who's that? Maybe she's on. Let's check it out. Yeah. She's very pretty. Look at that. She's
Farrah Fawcett.
She's very pretty. Farrah Fawcett. Raquel Welch. Bro, Nancy Pelosi, CK. Nancy Pelosi, get out of here, bro. Hobo Chili says, I'm going to stop pulling out his best in Hollywood. Hattie McDaniel. Oh, yeah, Hattie McDaniel. Yeah, okay, let's look up Hattie McDaniel. Get the hell out of here. Yeah, I pulled her up too, bro. You pulled up Mammy.
Who was the old girl in Driving Miss Daisy? What did she look like when she was younger? What was the one with fucking...
God, no. She wants to get... Yes, Miss Daisy. I think you guys are going to get me down. Goldie Hawn. Goldie Hawn was...
Yeah, she looked great. She was in... Goldie Hawn in Shampoo with Warren Beatty. Yeah, that's the shit as well.
What about, I just had her name, Roller Girl from what was that? She was Roller Girl. Heather Graham. Heather Graham was she was awesome too, but okay. All right, you guys got me all sidetracked and shit like that. What we got? Wait, I got something else we got to talk about right here. All right, so we got we got all that good stuff. Where are we at here? All right, I'm clicking around. Okay, so we got Tom Hardy pulls out of Mobland. I saw this. James passed this on to me. James, what are your thoughts on this? So you got Mobland season 3. they're getting rid of Tom Hardy because he's too hard to deal with. Does that make sense to you, James, or what the hell's going on?
That's the rumor that Hollywood has been spreading for a hell of a long time. First person to spread it was Charlize Theron on Mad Max Fury Road. He apparently got in a fist fight. I can't remember what movie, and everyone said that Shia LaBeouf knocked him out cold. And on the first series of Mobland, he had a terrible relationship with Helen Mirren. And Helen Mirren is she's terrible in this. Hammy, overacting. I can understand why Tom Hardy's pissed off. Pierce Brosnan has got a terrible Irish accent, even though he's Irish. He does a terrible Irish accent. And this TV series might as well be called Harry D'Souza. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not Mobland, because everything in this series goes through and is based around the fixer, Harry D'Souza, for the family. He's basically in all the important scenes. Everything goes through him, and apparently he's been fired because he's got into a row maybe with Guy Ritchie or Jez Butterworth and his fellow actors. I think they mentioned Emmett J. Scanlon might be one of the people that he got in a row with.
Yeah.
Apparently he was turning up late, though I think that's a lie because Tom Hardy's always been very professional.
Yeah.
And they've also said that he was altering scripts, telling producers what to do. He was ad-libbing. It sounds to me like this is a hit job on Tom Hardy because they wanted to remove him at the end of series 2 and go on with someone else in series 3. But I can't see how this show can continue because it is basically Tom Hardy's show.
Yeah.
It's his show.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that, Zay? Do you have any insight or?
Oh, if that's the guy. I hadn't heard about this, but if that's what's going down, I mean, yeah, Tom Hardy's the attention grabber.
You can't take
You
Tom
ain't got
Hardy
him.
out of a show. Yeah.
No, you can't. Like, and the range that guy has. He always surprises me.
He's fantastic,
So,
bro. The thing is, who was that dude? Chat, help me out here. Do you remember Oprah did the same thing to an actress that was in one of her movies? And I forget who it was a black actress, and she said she was hard to work with, and basically crushed her career for like 10 years. And the black actress went around talking about how Oprah, what's that? Blacklisted her, basically, yeah. And who was the guy that they were doing the movie? The director, he's the gay guy or whatever, the Medea guy. You know what I'm talking about?
Medea.
Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry, yeah. Right. So it was Oprah and Tyler Perry, and they called her up, and she had just gotten home from working, and they wanted her to go on and do a PR campaign. And she said, "It's not in my contract. I'm going to stay with my family." And because of that, they told her that she was hard to work with, and they totally crushed her career after that. She's a great actress. Monique. Pat's got it. It was Monique, 100%. It was Monique. And Monique is a fantastic actress, and she said she was blackballed from Hollywood because of that. So as soon as I heard that they said he was hard to work with, because let's be honest, people. Let's be honest. Every fucking actor is hard to work with. They're all doing drugs. They're all like, bro, think about, what was it? You got the guy, Robert Downey Jr. doing heroin, coming back from that. Mm-hmm. You got, who was the guy in The Wrestler?
Tim Allen got arrested for cocaine before.
Right. Mickey Rourke, all these people. Rourke, yeah. Well, even the seemingly good guys, like what was the English actor that got caught with the black transgender prostitute?
Hugh Grant.
Yeah, Hugh Grant. Yeah. They're all doing this shit, bro. This is nothing new. So they just label.
And that cost him Elizabeth Hurley.
Yeah, it did. It did cost him that. Also, when they say he's late to work, bro, get the fuck out of here. We all know that stars and starlets, sometimes they don't even show up for a day or two. They stay hung over in their fucking trailer, then they come out and work. This is a bunch of bullshit, bro.
Beer Fest was a good movie.
We got, Hobo Chili in the chat says Monique in Beer Fest was awesome. Yeah, Monique, she's a great actress. She's a great actress. Big B Trucker says Tyler Perry. Yeah, Tyler Perry, bro. My favorite, you want to know my favorite Tyler Perry role was the one in Boondocks. Have you guys seen that show, Boondocks? The animation?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Fucking love that. Boondocks is one of my favorite animated shows. It has Uncle Ruckus in it, if you don't know who that is, bro. He is a treat. Uncle Ruckus is a treat. Yep. Chat, how many of you guys out there know about Boondocks? And if you don't know about Boondocks, go find it on Prime and watch it. You'll laugh your ass off.
Check out the Chris Hansen segment. That's a funny one.
It's basically made by a black guy, bro. Also, Cat Williams is in it. A pimp named Slickback. Cat Williams is in that. It's a fucking fantastic show. and it really holds a mirror up to the black community, made by their own black creators. You're never going to get that with AI. That's another thing AI won't do, bro. AI will never hold accountable or say something that is against the machine, right? The machine of the victimization of black people and how they need reparations and all that kind of stuff. And basically, the guy who made Boondocks, he wrote it. He did a Saturday or Sunday strip cartoons for a while before that. Did you know that, Zaid? In the newspaper, he did it was like a Calvin and Hobbes thing.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he did that. He got syndicated. He got a lot of success. Spike Lee took notice of him. A lot of people took notice of him. Then he got kind of powerful and made this animated movie. Got backed by, I forget who it was that backed him. Comedy Central. I forget who it was. Somebody backed him.
Yeah, Boondocks was huge back then.
And it was huge.
Part
it
of
was
Adult Swim.
And then it was huge until he criticized Barack Obama.
Yeah.
As soon as he criticized Barack Obama, they threw his ass in the trash can, bro.
Yeah.
And he ain't been back since. But he's fantastic, though. He is fantastic. The Kelly Cat says, my son acts like a pimp named Slickback on Discord and trolls people. Bro, your son's got some game. We call that Riz nowadays, buddy. That's how he's going to pick up all the ladies. Mr. Jiki says, the Cartoon Network. Thank you, Mr. Jiki, for correcting me on that. I fucking love that show. Hobo Chili says, the Punisher show is fire. Okay. He's killing everybody. Okay, so Hobo Chili Recipe saying go watch the new Punisher. Yeah, I like the Punisher.
Apparently the new Daredevil shit.
Of course the Daredevil's going to be shit. They made him like a big poofer, as you call it.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah.
I thought that last movie they did was kind of meh, too.
Yeah, terrible. Professor Grass says the Boondocks comic is still going, if you remember right. Yeah, I don't know. Is it still going? It might be in syndication, but I don't think they're putting comics anymore in newspaper. Are newspapers still around? Stinkmeaner is the best character. He's awesome, says Noxie. Yeah, Stinkmeaner. I think that's the old guy. Isn't that old guy that grandpa ends up fighting or whatever, and he dies? Bro, you guys got to go watch.
My favorite.
Who's
my favorite black cinema is the Friday trilogy. I fucking love that.
Yeah. Oh, and
Friday.
Funny enough, Cat Williams is also in that. So I'm detecting a pattern here. Anything Cat Williams is in is good, and when he's not in it, it's not as good. I completely agree with that. Let's see here. Yeah, Professor Grass says the best part was having Charlie Murphy and Sam Jackson as white gangsters. Yeah, the Charlie Murphy and Sam Jackson they voiced white gangsters in Boondocks. Bro, it was hilarious. I hope they bring it back. I would love them to bring that back. I love that. Professor Grass says he used to do Adult Swim high streams. I watched about all of Boondocks during those streams. Well, can you remember him? I love Boondocks things. I got the whole thing right up there on the shelf. Yeah, fucking love that kind of stuff. Yeah, then that's the kind of stuff that AI is never going to give you, though. Like AI is not going to give you satire or parody of like culture. That's going to be excised from. Yeah, hold on. The audio just dropped out. Let me fix that real quick, James. It's still happening, people. I thought the whole AI was going to make our lives better. I thought it was going to fix everything. And here I'm still having the same audio glitch that I've been having. I know Professor Grass is out there yelling at me, saying, Ray, get your shit together. It's getting together, bro. My shit is getting together. But that's something that you guys are back. That's something that's going to happen. They're never going to have satire or parody or, criticism through art. AI is going to remove that. So you guys got to think about that. That's huge, right? That's a huge lever of power that they were going to want to remove. And then you know what's going to happen, Zaid? It's going to make all of us people who are artists and can do black market content extremely valuable.
Hopefully. But I think the masses are just everything's going to divulge into a Darman video. Have you ever seen a Darman video?
I hate Darman.
Like, that's where it's all going to go because that's all the AI is going to be spitting out. Just that kind of crap.
You bring up a great point, Zaid. If AI is trying to serve the taste of the audience, if the audience's taste devolves, so will the product, right?
Right.
We're talking about the TikTok brains, right? You think the TikTok brains are appreciating Raphael-style paintings or Symphony of Beethoven or Bach? which which all other pop culture is based on, right? So if you get rid of the high standard in culture, then everything else is going to devolve and go down to shit, bro. We're all going to be eating you know,
bugs.
I'm not eating no bugs. No, they're gonna hide it in Carl's Jr. We're gonna be eating Carl's Jr., but it will be the bugs.
Right. My eyes are lighting up right now because I know one thing's for sure. When this all comes to pass, my veto art is going to go through the fucking roof, mate. I've got pound signs coming out of my fucking eyes. I'm going to clean up. Yeah. I'm going to go from being the world's worst artist to the world's best artist overnight, mate. I tell you.
Bro, let's
Your
go.
hands busy. Yep.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm actually pulling together the next drawing contest, so keep your guys' eyes and ears out for that. You know, that's going to be a lot more fun, and I already had the next person picked out, so I'm really stoked about that. You know,
I'll let you into a little secret. It's going to be Draw James.
Yeah, Draw James competition. That's exactly what we're doing. No, I'm just kidding. But no, you're 100% right. You know, you have the creativity to erect the person, right? Not the penis, James. I'm not talking about that type of erection. I'm talking about how to erect the soul of the person to a higher plane. You remove that, we call collapse like tents. You know what I mean? Without the poles. That's what's really, really important.
Well, creativity is going to go out the window, and also risk taking. Risk taking is what makes art great. You know, people that take risks, push boundaries.
Yeah, that's
you
right.
know, if it's just one homogenous thing, it's done, isn't it? It's over.
It's over with. The other thing that I want to touch base on that's very similar to this, but in a different vein, is like there's a big backlash of young girls that have gotten a whole bunch of tattoos, right? And they're all upset and they want to remove their tattoos now. We all know how fickle women are, okay? James, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you either, Zayd. I'm like, when you get older and you like know what you like and you get a tattoo, that's different. But we've all seen those girls who get all kinds of weird tattoo shit, whatever. And then like in 5 years, they're like, this isn't even the style I like anymore. And I want to get it lasered off. Think about that for a minute. You know, we're going to be trapped in this homogenous garbage, and we're not going to be able to ascend to a different type of art medium. You know,
it sounds like those same birds that want to wipe their porn history when they want to become trad wives. You know what I mean? It's like, Did you see that? It's going around now. You got all these porno birds going, I done 4,000 videos, 3,999 with black men, and I need you to wipe this because I become a trad wife, and my kid's going to get bullied at school. You know, you have to wipe this. Yeah. You know, I was forced to do this, like Scarlett. The Jews made me do this. Yeah, it's like Gabe Hoffman forced me to do this.
No, you're 100% right, bro. They're like, but they never give back the money, right? They all go to church, right? So they can get even bigger graft. They can grift harder. I found Jesus, and let me tell you why I need all your attention. So instead of me being naked to get your attention, I'm going to tell you about Jesus, but I'm still a pretty girl. So you're in church. I'm probably the prettiest girl in church. So you're going to give me all your attention. That's how it is. What are your thoughts on that, Zayd?
Bullshit. That's what I got. That's what I'm
horse shit. Yeah, it's horse shit.
Some horse.
Completely agree. Kelly Cat in the chat, she says she has tattoos, but I'm not a millennial or a zoomer, so I don't want to get rid of mine. Well, I don't have a problem with that. Like, I think that's great. I think people should think about getting a tattoo if they want a tattoo. Think about it, then they get the tattoo, right? You shouldn't just get drunk and be like, oh yeah, I want that koi fish on my ass.
I want my boyfriend's name on me. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. Or like what was Christian Rock? She got Blueface's face tattooed on her face 3 times. That bitch got her man's face tattooed on him 3 times, and then she had that baby. Then
the problem with tattooing, it was a very niche product, right? It was kind of niche. It used to be just for the sailors back in the day. But it came fucking mainstream. And when I say it became mainstream, it became super mainstream. Yeah. Do you remember that tattoo show with Dave Navarro?
Yeah, I remember.
Where they used to argue, and Zayd will know this because he's a tattoo artist. They used to argue over which tattoo was better. All the tattoos were dog shit.
Yeah.
They were fucking terrible. And you got a fucking junkie judging it going, who's probably got hepatitis going, this fucking tattoo's, the best I've ever seen. I'm like, mate, shut up. What? Dave Navarro, mate, he's the one of the worst. He's the worst. I can't stand him. And he's so skeevy and skeezy.
And didn't he have Carmen Electra in her prime? Like, what the hell was that all about?
Yeah.
Yeah. But no,
he's like walking AIDS, isn't he? He's like fucking.
But here's the thing too, is that all of those reality shows that were competitions. Do you remember for like 10 years? You couldn't like turn around. Like it was a cooking competition reality show, a tattoo reality show.
It was Spike, wasn't it? I blame Spike TV. It was all Spike TV, wasn't it?
Okay, so think about this, right? So we all got tired of the tattoos, right? That whole thing went mainstream. It destroyed tattooing. The same thing with like a reality TV. It's the same thing's gonna happen with AI. Everybody's gonna be like, man, fuck this shit. It's all the same flavor.
It's Snooki's fault.
It's all gonna be Snooki.
Well, you would know. You're an amateur chef. Do you remember when we just had wall-to-wall daytime TV cooking shows?
Yeah,
right.
Fucking cooking. Remember Iron Chef and shit like that.
Yep. I watched Iron Chef.
You know,
all
the
the
martial artist. What was it, Mark the Cascos?
Yeah, I watched Iron Chef all the time. I also watched, I watched Chopped all the time.
Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares. Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen.
You're a fucking sandwich.
Yeah, you're an idiot sandwich. Yeah, that was so good. But it was because it was Gordon Ramsay that made the show, bro. Gordon Ramsay was awesome.
Yeah.
Then I watched, who is that other guy that I love? I forget what his name is, but he did, I forget what it was. But he actually taught you how to cook. He's on YouTube now, and he's fantastic. He has got glasses. He's bald. Yeah, Alton Brown. I got my audience over there. They just yelled it from the side. But yeah, Alton Brown. He's fucking amazing, but he's great. You know, he actually loves cooking. If you could get passionate about it, then that's what I want to watch. It's not these people who say, "Oh, I need a reality show. What should I do? I guess I'll cook, or I guess I'll cut hair. Maybe I'll try tattooing. Maybe that's my hidden talent."
Dating shows are another one, innit?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
It's like, bitch, no, if you're not passionate about it, if you haven't been doing tattoos since you were younger, it's not your hidden talent. Don't just pick that shit up and start tattooing on yourself expecting
It's dangerous.
one day you're gonna
dangerous.
one day you're gonna be like a fucking genius tattoo artist. No, you're just gonna get hepatitis B. That's all you're gonna get, man. You and Tommy Lee, bro. Maybe you'll get Pamela Anderson, but that's about it.
I'll say that about that Expendables movie. You got who is it? Mickey Rourke is playing the tattoo artist, and he sits there and tattoos without his gloves on. Yeah, dude, come on.
Yeah,
don't teach people that shit.
Yeah.
That's cross-contamination problems. Don't do that.
Yeah, you'll get you'll get hepatitis off your chicken. You got to wash your chicken with Dawn. Don't you people know that?
Dude, I saw that crowd like.
Hobo Chili Recipe says he's gonna go try burlesque. Okay, Hobo Chili, I got a question.
No,
are you gonna do the burlesque, or are you gonna go watch a burlesque show? That's the big question.
Go to France, go to the Moulin Rouge, have some absinthe, and you'll be fucking flying, bro.
Let's cut to the clip.
Yeah, have you guys ever dated like a performer like that, like a stripper or a burlesque dancer or anything like that?
No, it's been my dream to date a stripper. It's been my absolute dream.
What about?
Can you imagine it after she comes home from work? How was your work, darling? Well, they threw a load of 5s and 10s at me. It was amazing.
What about you, Zayd? Have you ever dated anybody like that?
Well, on follow up on James' comment, when I got nothing but ones when I go buy cigarettes, I tell the clerk it was the good night. You know, I was the good stripper that night.
Yeah,
it's a good thing.
I bet they would believe you.
I
bet they would believe you're tall enough, bro. You know, I bet they. Yeah.
Can you imagine the type of bloke though that spent the money after his stripper wife brings the money home? What type of guy it is? It's like James Woods in Casino, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's fucking the James Woods character. You know what I mean? It's really skeezy character that spends all his wife's stripping money on other strippers.
Bro, that's how it works, man. Yeah.
No, but I used to deliver pizzas to a strip club out in Georgia. So when I was at Savannah College, so
how was that?
You know, that was actually the coolest way to do it. You go in there with their food.
Yeah.
So they all surround you, tousle your hair, and they're paying you tip money.
Yeah.
So yeah, you walk in there with their food. It's different.
Well, did you meet any of them? Like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Oh well,
yeah.
I mean,
I had to walk.
Did you date any of them? Or
No. I did date them.
Come on, what were their names? I got to hear these names. What were their names?
Yeah.
What do you think they are? Just like name a candy or a color.
Destiny, Bubbles, Ecstasy.
There you go.
Yeah. Kitty Cat. I love it.
Savannah.
Savannah. Yeah. King Yeti on the topic of the tattoo says he'll say that a huge surge in tattoo popularity made the price of great work drop significantly. There are dudes doing Paul Booth quality back pieces for $3,000 to $5,000. Yeah, that's a big plus though. And I'm sure it inspired a lot of people to like become tattoo artists, which I don't have a problem with. I think it's great. I just think that, retarded people, I mean, you see them covered head to toe now. I mean, like, how passionate are these people about tattoos?
Who's the one with the actress? Fucking was it Megan Fox? Who was the one with Megan Fox? The weird guy.
Machine Gun Kelly, is that who you're talking about?
Right. He had like tattoos that were terrible, right?
Yeah.
They were awful. They were just like random tattoos all over the place. Then he got himself blacked out, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's now, if you get
that?
a picture up of him, he's blacked all these tattoos out. And then because he's now bored with the blackout, right? People start getting the white over the black.
Right.
Then it's a problem. They've got like body dysmorphia or something. It's not about tattooing. It's gone way past that because they've had black ink, then they've gone completely blacked out, and now they're having white over black.
Ouch.
And white doesn't stick; it actually like pulls out after a while. So you got scarification or the dermal implants, stuff like that. So it gets wild.
Yeah, that's rough, bro.
You ever seen a suspension
And all three of her
show?
kids are trans, apparently. You wouldn't believe it, would you?
No, I guess that's not rare. Yeah. What were you saying, Zayd? Have you ever seen what show?
A suspension show.
Yes.
Where they hang you by your skin.
Yeah, that's a ritual, bro. That's we diving back in the occult. Of course, tattooing, rides that line with the occult, right? Because a lot of people say it's
pain.
It's a blood ritual. That's right. And it's pain and all this kind of stuff. And who's
that geezer? Was it Chris Angel? He does that, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does all that kind of stuff. And it's addictive, getting tattoos. It could be addictive.
It's a buzz.
Yeah, look at my mum. She didn't have any, and now she's got a shit ton.
Well, I mean, she's
crazy.
She's old enough. She can do whatever she wants to. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, she's 21.
Kelly Cat says she should do burlesque. Hobo Chili says he was trained in American choreographer Michael Kidd. He does jazz hands like no other. Hobo Chili, are you going out to do to watch burlesque? Or are you actually doing the burlesque? That'd be hilarious to get Hobo Chili recipe doing a little bit of burlesque. He got that flair, like Kelly Cat says. We got Charlie. He says, "Draw girls live. They love it." Now, this is true. Like, Zayd, maybe you can echo this.
Yeah, what's up? I could draw live. What are we doing?
Charlie says, "Draw girls live. Girls love to be drawn live." What I found is if there's an excuse for a girl to get naked, she'll do it.
Who wants to get drawn live?
No, there's no girl. Charlie he's an artist too. He was just saying that's his experience.
He's ready
to go, bro.
Zayd's like, who's stepping up to the plate?
Zayd's like, where the titties at, bro? He's like, let me get my pencil, my pen. Let's do this.
We're ready.
I'm going. Let's go. Draw me like one of your French girls, Zayd. Let's go.
No, please, not Kate Winslet. Put your clothes back on, please.
She was portly, rotund, but
we need a ratings boost.
We need to go viral. Yeah, let's get some titties on here. Let's fucking go. Yeah, 100%. No, but Charlie's right. Yeah. Anytime a woman, if you can draw or whatever, they love that shit, and then they'll want to do it over and over again. Zayd, you might have done this too, and maybe Charlie in the chat. Maybe you done this. Charlie in the chat. I love it. That sounded great.
That's funny. Yeah.
I used to go to bars and I would just take like a sketchbook and just sketch people's at the bar, and I would never have to buy a drink the whole night, man. Everybody would be coming up to me. They would buy me drinks. They would want to be drawn. They'd have a good time. I used to do that all the time. That's how I got to know a whole bunch of bartenders, and everybody loved it.
I could draw a Daffy Duck in 10 seconds, and that would usually get me a free drink.
Yes.
So you just do the Daffy Duck face in 10 seconds, and boom, you got it. So.
Right, and then then the next big challenge was trying to draw drunk. Still making it look halfway.
Oh yeah.
It was like, oh yeah, that's I don't give a fuck anymore.
No, you really look like this.
Like I don't give a fuck anymore, bro. I'm fucking hammered. You know what I mean? But that's fun to do, and it also breaks people out of their social shells. He has them intermingling. So I highly recommend doing that. Even if you can't draw, it's a fun gag to do for people. You know what I mean? Because then people will.
Ethan Van Sciver talks about that, doesn't he? He was a mall sketch artist, wasn't he?
He was.
Caricature,
Yeah, and even if you can't draw, just try it out one day, just for a social experiment, because people will actually try to compliment you, even though your artwork is shit. They'll be like, "Oh, that's great. Thanks. Let me buy you a drink." And you're like, "Bro, I'm telling you, I'm terrible at this, but they keep buying you drinks." We got Kelly Cat just came in here. She with Ko-Fi. She says, "Wait, where'd it go? There was a message. I know the message. She said, "Thank you, Ray, for the stream. Let's fucking go, Kelly Cat. $20. Throwing it down on the stream. Buy tequilas all around for all the boys." If you guys want to buy me a tequila at Ko-Fi, go ahead and the link's down there if you want to do that. We sure appreciate it. Thanks, Cali Cat. You're a real one out there in Lexington. Let's fucking go. But no, that's the truth, and it's so much fun to do that. But there's all kinds of bar shenanigans. Like James, I know you were at the bar all the time. You did a clubbing. Were there any kind of social experiments that you used to run on people and little games that you used to play just to see how people would react or respond?
One of the best ones I did, right, if it was coming to like the end of the night or it was a bit lully, right, I would like get my mate, I'd be like, oh, make a distraction, right? Yeah. And this is when I was really pissed, right? And then I'd turn around and grab my empty pint glass, pull it under and get a quick sneaky draft, whack it, get a free one after I've distracted the staff and I've got a free one in at the end of the night. You know what I mean? Because it was like, that's what I used to do, take a couple of sneaky. It's fun, you know what I mean? I was just wild, you know me? I was out like fucking... I was done early. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know when you're like happy, some people are happy drunk.
Yeah.
When I went through that 10-year stint after what happened with my ex, I was just fucking done early.
Yeah.
I'd be like done 10 to 12. I would just be like a fucking zombie.
Yeah.
Just going around slapping girls on the arse, getting in scraps. I didn't really have time for like pull tricks or shenanigans. Yeah. My whole like raison d'etre was going out, getting drunk and pulling birds.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was fun for a time, but then you kind of like, after a while you get bored, you age out, but like, yeah, it's fun. It is fun at the bars. I don't get the kids today, right? When I see about all this fucking online dating, right? And I see how people like the lads coming up don't know how to speak to women.
They don't know how to talk
confidence.
To women.
They have so missed out on what you have. We would just like trial by fire.
Yeah.
We would just go out, have a few beers, take a punt. Sometimes it'll work for us. Sometimes we get a slap in the face. Sometimes we get told to fuck off. You know what I mean? But we were so into it. It was like, it was tactile. It was blood and thunder. Yeah. It was blood and guts. You talk to your pals like, oh, last night, did you see that bird? Oh, yeah, I pulled her. Oh, did you see that really fit bird? She told me to get lost, but it was good fun when it landed. You know what I mean? And you talk about it until it come round the next week. I see the kids now and it's so sterile and boring and it's like they've lost the way to communicate, haven't they? They just don't know how to go out, have fun with the pals, with the girls, have a few drinks. It's just a lot, like you were talking about with AI. Everything is becoming a lost art.
Yeah.
Socializing and drinking and bar culture and pub culture and club culture, it is an absolute lost art, isn't it?
Yeah. No,
I think they're worried about getting recorded by their friends and it being put on social media and ruining them the next day. It's something that we didn't have to worry about immediately.
That's a good point.
That's
a good point. Well, also, it's a bit about like holding circus or holding court, holding the room. You learn how to entertain people, and at first it's about picking up women, but then as you get better at it, it's more you understand it's more about channeling electricity and fun. You're trying to make people's nights unique and make them fun, and that makes your night unique. You're trying to have a good time with them, and the more you focus on that, the more women that you actually get an opportunity to date, because they're
kind of drawn to you, aren't they? They're drawn to your confidence, your swag, your ability to mingle.
Right, and so it's not really about picking up women anymore. It's about entertaining a room, making sure everybody's having a good time. Telling the story, holding court. I'm telling that joke, leading people around in the conversation, and then hitting them with that twist that they didn't expect, and everybody laughing. And then the women come to that because they feel that energy and that electricity, and then they're engaged with you and enticed by you, and it really becomes like that. And that's definitely something that the younger generation has lost out on. They've relied upon Tinder and Bumble and all this bullshit, which it's a complete lie. And they've lost the art of conversation, and they completely torpedo themselves because now the social anxiety is so big that they'll never overcome it. You know what I'm saying, James? Like, us three, I think we have a good time in front of a crowd. Like, I think all three of us, if we went to a bar, we would fucking have a couple of shots. We'd be having a great time. We'd be playing shuffleboard or whatever.
We're singing Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in a black bar tonight if you guys are around.
That's right. We're doing that.
What's that movie with Leanne Rimes? It'd be like me. I'll be up there with my skirt hitched up, dancing on the bar. What's that one with what was it? Oh,
was
fuck. What's that Leanne Rimes movie?
Was it that Coyote Ugly?
Coyote Ugly, yeah. It'd be like Coyote Ugly, yeah. Fucking hell.
That's what it's about. It's about the experience. Now, see, if you focus on the experience instead of the possible rejection,
right,
then it's easy. Then you're like, and then a woman goes, oh, I'm not talking to you. You're like, bitch, don't worry about it. We're just trying to have a good time. Or
I bet you if you asked,
right.
Yeah.
I bet you if you asked everyone in the chat individually if you could, they would answer instantly. What's their favourite spot? What's their favourite bar?
Yeah.
What's their favourite hangout? They'll have a favourite spot, won't they?
Yeah.
And there'll be punters in there that they know. There'll be staff in there that they'll know. They'll have that interaction. They'll have that rapport, and they'll go there. And that's when they have their best night of the week.
Yeah.
You know, they've worked for 5 or 6 days a week. They go there and they have a fucking great time.
Yeah.
And they're talking about it for the rest of the week. You're like, oh, you remember that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the kind of thing you're creating memories, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're creating fun times. You know what I mean? And I think kids are missing out on that now because they're so stressed out, aren't they? Fucking on their tablets all the fucking time on social media.
You know,
they're just stressed out antisocial loons.
well, to bring this back to a complete, that's what AI wants to do. It wants to take that away from people. It wants to manage that interaction. It doesn't want people to manage themselves, and that's going to be dangerous. But yeah, if you're in the chat and you have a favorite bar or a stomping ground that maybe not at this point in your life, but if you've ever had one in your life, ever, throw it in the chat. I had a whole bunch of them. I had some in Del Mar, Poseidon in Del Mar. It's still there to this day. Yeah. I love Poseidon. You got up there in Hermosa Beach, the Underground. I played shuffle bar for 4 or 5 years in that bar. I had a great time, man. It was a fucking great bar. What about you, James? What was your favorite stomping ground?
Mine's BN21 in Eastbourne. You know what I mean? It was the last spot before I would either go to King's nightclub or Atlantis nightclub. Everyone would go there. It was the bar. It was buzzing. It was loud. It was jam-packed. You could barely get to the bar to get a drink, so you'd have to get in a huge round and then just like fucking gun the pints. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, that was the hub. That was the activity. That was like, everyone's got to be there on a Friday and Saturday night before we all go off and go to our individual clubs that we like.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's what it was like. You know what it reminds me of? Like in the film American Pie, the guy that wrote it. At the end, he goes to that little restaurant at the end, don't they, where they all meet up and discuss their shenanigans. Yeah. It's like that, isn't it? You got a favourite place where you go and like talk about the night before and what's going to happen in the future. It's a bit like that. I forget what it's called in American Pie, but it's like that.
Yeah,
it's like
a diner, and you have different.
It's life.
Yeah, you have different groups of people. Yeah. That's right. We got Pat in the chat. She says Pink Panther and Cali After Hours. Yeah, that's a great one. I heard about that one. What about you, Zaid? What do you have a favorite stomping ground from a point in your life?
Yeah, like out in it was called oh crap, I have a drawing of it somewhere, but it was out there in Oceanside,
yeah,
right by the harbor. Yeah, they had a whole bunch of.
They got a lot of great bars out there in Oceanside. Yeah, 100%. Hobo Chili says banana hammocks in Clearwater Beach. Is that where you're going? you got a strip club? Is that what? I heard Clearwater. I thought that was all like Scientology land.
That
there,
is,
bro.
That's where it is.
So is that what the banana hammocks are all about? You better go clear after that. You better get on that Dianetics, bro. 100%.
OT3.
OT3 in the house. Don't let them catch you slipping. OT3. But no, James, you're 100% right. It's about the culture of youth. And if I had to put it succinctly, it's the culture of youth, and that's what is being robbed. It got robbed from kids during COVID, those 4 years when it destroyed their high school, and it's getting robbed from them now. I was down in Hermosa Beach the other day, and it's completely changed. It's completely different. It's been gentrified. There's still a couple of dive bars there, but the crowd is families now. It's retirees. Where when I was there, it was a bunch of 20-somethings. We raged around, mobbed around from bar to bar, fell out. We, like James said, you see the same people week after week in different areas, different bars, different places, There's another great bar in Hermosa called Barnacles who had fantastic food. I used to get their hot wings all the time. We closed down that place. We'd have a great time with that. But that's gone now, it seems to be. I was talking to somebody today, and I was saying, you don't really ever see kids playing outside anymore. At least not in California. I don't know how it is where you guys live, but you don't see kids playing outside. They're not riding their bikes. They're not doing.
No one does anymore.
Yeah, they've changed.
They're all getting snatched up by the government.
Yeah, by the TikTok. And the TikTok is the government. You know what I mean? And that's the stepping stone to AI. Think about when AI rolls off and is completely giving everybody what they want to see all the time, 24/7. That's going to be crazy. And it'd be interesting to see if there's a revolt against it. We'll see how
Right.
that goes. We're about ready.
Well, that was another thing I used to like after you finished in the club. I didn't go directly home. I used to try to find a spot to get some food.
Oh, of course.
So, like, get some fish and chips or get some
Oh,
kebabs.
yeah.
And the best bit about that, you'd all be a bit merry. You'd all be a bit drunk. You're eating your kebab, you're eating your fish and chips, you're eating your burger, and you're having another little mini night out, aren't you? Because
Yeah.
you're talking to the fellas, you're talking to the birds. There might be a woman that you didn't notice in the club that comes up on you, and you're like, shit, you get a second bite of the cherry.
Yeah.
Or there's another bloke you ain't seen in a while. It's like, oh shit, Mike, I ain't seen you in a while. How
Yeah.
you doing? How's your missus?
Yeah.
And it's like it's like
You
a
felt
it's a social
full.
thing, isn't it? It
Yeah.
teaches you.
Yeah, you felt full. And quite
Yeah.
often, like Zayd, you'd be getting a Cali burrito. That's one of my favorite carne asada burrito with French fries in it. Or
El Pastor was what I meant before. I was missing El Pastor.
I'll get El
But
Pastor.
yeah. Sorry.
Or
Keep
carne
going,
asada nachos,
Carne
stuff like
asada,
that.
yeah,
And then that's right. You see the other people who you saw out of the clubs, or they'd go somewhere else. But that's gone now, And I even think back to the Las Vegas days, like in the 50s and 60s when they had the Copacabana and all that kind of stuff, where they used to go out with dinner jackets. I'm sure that's what they felt like when Las Vegas changed. And they didn't have any more of those nightclubs where they had the music and the tables that they sat in front, and then they had the orchestra or the full band, and how rich that nightlife must have been, bro. Be like, hey, concierge, get me a table down front, and be like, oh, he knows somebody. He's big time. They're bringing the table all the way to the front for him. Who is that guy? Well, that's Soprano. That's who that is, and all that kind of stuff.
Do you remember that scene in The Sopranos where Dominic Chianese, Uncle Junior, says they're gonna get buried in their tracksuits?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when they used to, like you just said? Do you remember when they used to go out? You used to wear, if you're going out with your girl or your comadre, you used to wear your best outfit, your best suit. You used to have money in your pocket. You used to take her to a nice restaurant. Now these fucking guys, like Big Puss, they're all wearing their tracksuits everywhere. Where's it all gone?
Yeah.
He was like despairing of how the mafia had gone down the toilet. All the traditions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uncle Junior, he was a cantankerous fuck, wasn't he? But he had a point.
He had a point.
Once you lose the, look at the mafia now. Once you lose the traditions, once you lost the murder and everyone became a rat. You know what I mean? Once social media come in, and now you've got social media mobsters. The Italian mafia is dead as disco. The Albanians came in who were more ruthless and done away with them because they forgot their traditions. They forgot where they come from.
Well,
they're all running around in fucking tracksuits pretending to be gangsters.
Well, it's a degeneration of the culture, and then it's degenerated even further than that, or eroded even further than that. Now people just wear Crocs and sweatpants everywhere, and you see people with bonnets on out and about. If you're in a Spirit Airlines or something like that, you know what I mean? And it's absolute garbage. And then what fashion is, bro, don't even get me started. But that's what's gonna happen with AI. People are hailing AI like it's gonna be this big fucking burgeoning thing. It's gonna change everything, but it's also gonna erode the mass marketed culture. If you think about what McDonald's used to be great, made with real beef, real French fries. Now it's not. It's fake. It's plastic. It's garbage. It's synthesized meat. It's not real. That's what's going to happen with culture when AI sinks its teeth into it. Watch, mark my words, because it serves a master. AI is not omniscient and it's not self-aware. It has to serve a master, and the master it's going to serve are these fucking weirdos like Elon Musk and the Oracle guy, Larry Ellison. And the other guy, the Palantir guy, and these guys, bro, you don't want these guys at your Peter Thiel. You don't want these guys at your party. They're party killers, man. They were the nerds that would never be invited to the party in the first place, and now they're trying to tell us how to run society, how to run the greatest party of all. Fuck these people. All right, well, that's my little rant. We're gonna wrap it up here pretty soon. So you guys be thinking about your closing thoughts or anything else you wanted to say before we jump out of here. I'm going to jump in the chat. Hobo says, Kelly, a hothouse flower she is. I don't know what that means. They're talking about some places to go. It looks awesome. I'm ready to cruise down there myself. But Zayd, what are your final thoughts as we wrap up here?
I would say if you want to shake up the world a bit, if you've got actual friends that are local, go to a Denny's all dressed to the nine. Just go. Do something weird, strange. People are like, who are those people dressed up in suits at Denny's? Are you having a good time? Shut your phones off. Put it away. Play stupid table games. fold that little football, get the waitress pissed off at you. It's fun.
Yeah.
You got to put the flavor in life.
Yeah, leave your phone in the car. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah.
And try to leave your phone in the car more and more. Get off the phone, bro. It's not as important as you think. People used to leave voicemails, and you could check that when you got home on the tape message. You know, the machine, the answering machine. Get back to that. Invest more in the relationships that are in front of your face rather than the ones that you think are through the phone. Zaid, where can people find you, man? I know you got zaidstudio.com. Let me bring that up.
I'm at Studio Zaid on X, guys. I'm over there, so hit me up. Say what's up.
Making a computer game. Don't forget that.
Yeah, and Zaid's making his game, and he's going to be at the Tampa Comic Con. September.
Oh no, 4th. He's not going to come back a dungeoneer, is he?
Hopefully,
all in Spanx and leather.
Who knows?
Hopefully, he has his cherry popped already. I think he'll be fine.
If he wears arseless leather chaps, I ain't coming on screen, mate. I'm not coming.
Assless chaps, got it.
I think Zaid will be okay. He's going to get himself some chaps. Yeah, let's go.
We'll get the fringe on them for you. I'll do that. My little gay cowboy, like little boots thing. For you.
Boots, boogie. Yeah, but if you're in the Tampa area, September is it 3rd, 4th, and 5th, or 4th, 5th, and 6th?
4th, 5th, and 6th.
Okay, September 4th, 5th, and 6th. Go swing by and give Zaid a shout out, bro. Go give him a big knuckles, and you're a bruv. You got everybody in the chat. Yep. You guys are bruvs.
Meet the star of the lunch table.
Yeah. You guys are.
Are you coming, James?
We're gonna have.
Well, am I gonna make the trip to Tampa? I don't know.
No, we're gonna have to get James to Florida here pretty soon, though. Sometime this next year coming up. We'll live stream it. We'll have a good time doing that too. But so give Zaid a follow. Zaidstudio.com. And
I'll destroy America. I'll make Ed Matty look like a choir boy, mate. I will destroy everything in my path.
Yeah, and Zaid is also
the British invasion. You ain't seen it, mate. You think the Beatles or something, mate? Wait till I turn up.
That's right. And Zaid is also dropping his alpha build here pretty soon on his video game on Steam. It's free to download and give it a try. It has Professor Grass's 2 green thumbs up. So get after that. What about you, James? What are your final thoughts as we wrap things up here?
Well, we're coming up to the weekend, aren't we? You know, we've got Saturday and Sunday. If you've got a bit of spare folding money, you've got a bit of spare cash in your pocket, go out with your family, with your friends. Dress up to the nines.
That's right.
Have a good time. Have a few drinks. Maybe go and grab some food, and have a good time and socialize. Yeah. Put all this online shit to one side. Even though I'm trying to crush the online shit along with Ransaid, put it away for the weekend and, go out and have some fun, eh?
Yeah.
It's good to have some fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Meet some people. Flesh and blood, that's what it's like. You want to feel the sweat, you know what I mean? You want to get into it, you know what I mean? That's when it's really good.
Yeah. Go follow James Domenico Grabbin on X and James Domenico Grabbin 81 on YouTube. He's doing a killer 5-minute vids, bro. He's doing all.
I'm making 5 videos a day, guys. Come on, you're getting this shit for free.
Yeah,
come on, start following. Start following.
Give him some subs. He's going to be going to the local fair, the country fair, this next weekend, and he's going to go ahead and do some of that video. Shout out to Draw Zombie, who just jumped by. He says, "Woo!" But so go give James a follow. Follow his videos, and let's make that happen. People, I'll leave you with this. Remember, the only thing that really matters is intent, okay? Nothing is special unless you intend for it to be special. If everything you're told is special, then nothing is special, okay? AI can never, ever replace intent. So have the intent to make something special this weekend and share it with people that you love, okay? Now get out there, kick some ass, take a couple of shots of tequila for me, and let's fucking make it happen. Knuckles to you people. We're out of here.
Bye.